If you've been injured in an auto accident and your medical expenses exceed the coverage, stay tuned for some important information.
Welcome to the YouTube channel of Michael J. Swanson. Michael is the author of How David Beats Goliath and is the CEO of Advocate Capital. And now, here's Michael.
Well, sadly, some people are injured so severely in an accident that their medical expenses exceed the insurance coverage of their own policy. To help us understand options and what might be done in a case like that, I've asked Kevin Goldberg to join us today. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Mike.
So you're well known in Maryland and the D.C. area for handling a lot of auto wreck cases, and you've developed quite a bit of expertise on this. What can someone do if their insurance does not cover all their medical expenses?
So first of all, it's not just their insurance. If somebody's in an accident, the first place we look is the person who caused the accident. We look at what insurance coverage they have.
Oh, I see.
And in Maryland, the minimum limits are $30,000 of coverage. So a lot of cars are driving around out there with $30,000 in coverage. Some have $100,000. Very few have more than that. Okay. So if you're in an accident and the injuries are catastrophic, it's really important to get a law firm involved who knows how to think outside the box. And our firm is really good at that. What we do when someone's in an accident where the injuries are catastrophic is, first we look to the at-fault driver. Then we look at what uninsured motorist coverage the person may have either through their own policy or through resident relatives. But then it's time to get creative. If there's not enough coverage, we don't give up, and we don't tell our clients to just accept the policy limits offer if that's less than the value of their case. We look to see if there might be a product liability claim. We look to see what kind of assets the at-fault driver had. Is this a wealthy person who may own, houses and cars and have bank accounts where they can satisfy a larger judgment? It's not often the case, but we consider that. We also look to see if there could be a claim relating to roadway conditions. Sometimes the way a roadway is designed can cause an accident, and that can trigger a much larger commercial policy. The other thing that's really important to look at is what's called vicarious liability. If somebody's involved in an accident where there's catastrophic injuries, we always try to find out if the driver was on the cell phone. And if they were, was it a work-related call? Now, if somebody's driving and they're on their cell phone and it's a work-related call, we can sue that, not just the driver, but the driver's employer, because the driver was actually doing work at the time of the accident.
Wow.
It's called vicarious liability respondeat superior. And by suing the employer, you'll often trigger a much larger policy, whereas the average auto policy in Maryland is $50,000. The average commercial policy in Maryland is $1 million. So you can trigger much bigger policies. So the bottom line is, those are a couple of our tricks, but we have a whole bag of tricks. I've actually written an article on this, on how to find coverage in a catastrophic accident. And if you're involved in a catastrophic accident, please consider calling either our firm or a lawyer like our firm who's going to think outside the box and try to find as much coverage as possible.
Wow. You can just tell how much experience you and your firm have by all those different options. If someone wanted to ask you a question about that further, about maybe an accident they had, how would they reach you?
We're always available at 301-589-2999. You can also call our toll-free number, 888-213-8140. Or just go to our website. It's gfmjustice.com.
Fantastic. Well, very impressive, Kevin. Thank you for sharing that with us, and thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks for watching. Send your questions or comments to Michael at mike@howdavidbeatsgoliath.com.